Incredible evening, although whew, I thought I was gone. Got a cough. Got a little cough in my throat. Hello, everyone. Incredible evening. So I made a post yesterday, and you guys made some guesses on what was in the box. I'll give you guys, now you can fully see it, like somewhat. So let's see if any of your guesses will change before I move my camera. All right. All right. There we go. I'll put that right there. So, what do you guys think it is? What's in the box? I have to shum over here. Oh, snapola. Okay, let's go over here and I have to share. Okay. Let's see. What's in the box? What's in the box? Hey, what's in the box? What's in the box? Hey, all right. Hello, everybody. So, what was in the box? I am Shakia, the professor of HSINK365. We are the home of the Honestly Speaking brand of products. We carry Sublimation ink, Sublimation paper, pigment ink, and some other accessories. Some fantabulous, as Oprah said, heat tape. That's non-staining, non-marking. So definitely go to the website and check that out. Check out that heat tape ink bundle. Heat tape ink tape paper bundle. Or is it PIT, paper ink tape bundle? Yeah, but that's on the site. That's always a great value. So check that out on shop.hsink365.com. We also are the home of 365 Creative Academy, where I help you to unlock your creativity. And there just might be some new classes over at 365 Creative Academy with what we have underneath the box. And then, of course, Silhaholics Anonymous, where I teach you guys how to use Silhouette Studio. It may play a part in what's in the box. So don't think that, I won't still be teaching Silhouette, because it still plays a part in what's in the box. So when I posted it, no one actually guessed it correctly. No one. I do see someone on here who has said what it is. I got I'm going to say DTF. DTV. So I did get some DTV, 50 sheets. Y'all, did you know that Caesar sells the DTV in 11 by 17 now? So you can do the wider prints. So I cannot wait to try this. I have not opened it yet. This is not going to be a live demo of this. I have to figure out, I got to kind of do my testing and my due diligence. This will not be in the lab where I'm testing it for the first time on live. I'm actually going to test this and do that before then I'll do the live video. But You guys have asked me time and time again, will you ever get the Juliet? Will you ever get the Romeo? Well, ta-da! That's what Zion Imani says. That's how he does it. He says, ta-da! Looky, looky, looky. There goes Cookie. That's what Tyrus says on that's his name, right? The one that says that on Bring It On, the dance show. Look. It's a little heavy. Look what I got. Can you even see the name? There it is. He's all mine. And I didn't even have to take a potion to put me to sleep because Romeo is all mine. Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? Thou, Romeo, is in my room. Oh my God. Someone asked, well, the one person that knew I had it asked, was it heavy? And I didn't lift it up before, but this ish got some weight to it. Jesus. It does have some weight to it. Oh my God. Whew. I have no idea where this sucker's going to go. I'm glad y'all can't see me on camera right now because, baby, I am huffing and puffing. This sucker is actually quite heavy. Quite heavy. Yes, but Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? Thy Romeo lives with me. Sorry, Juliet, but he's mine. You made a head once, but I got him all the time. You can't take him out my craft room. Y'all know I love a good song. But yes, I got it. I got the Romeo. So I'm not doing an unboxing because there's a certain way that I want to do. I really want to be like some of the guys that do like the B-roll and like the full unboxing. I got to pull out the DSLR camera for this bad boy. And I got to do some B-roll for unboxing it. Me and Even have already talked about how we are going to officially unbox this bad boy, and he's going to help me with recording it so it's nice and pretty and all that. So it will be back to somewhat editing. I'm going to do the unboxing live, but I am going to like the full on I'm going to do the setup live, but the unboxing of it, we are going to do that separately because one, we got to figure out where we're going to put this thing. I think for that one though, I'm going to turn my heat press table sideways and bring my other table here so that I can do like the full set up Leonardo, plug it in, go through all this stuff, and maybe attempt to do a first cut on it. And then the next video that I will do with it will be with the DTV. But yeah, I don't know where I'm going to put it. So I can't really unbox it now because we don't have a plan of where we're going to put it. That is also something that you guys should be mindful of when we're looking into new equipment. Where in the heck is it going to go? Because it doesn't have a stand. So that's one of the questions I probably would have for Caesar or one of the other companies, because you can get it from Heat Transfer Warehouse, Heat Press Nation, Swing Design, which I will post all of my links once I do the setup of it, the initial setup of it. I'll have all my links for all of those places if you're interested in, once, you know, I kind of go through and kind of work with it and see how it does. But I do wish it had a stand, because then I could have it in the equipment room with everything else next to my I just realized, what am I going to name you? I already have a Roro. I just realized they have the same name, Roland and Romeo. Oh, what am I going to name you, sir? Do I leave you as Romeo 365? Because my Roland is Roro. What do I name you? Oh, crapola. Ah, dang it. But yeah, so eventually, like, so it won't be in here. We're trying to figure out how to do like the recording and stuff, because all of our big equipment, my Roland is in the other room. Like, we have the whole heat prep, the printer wall. I have my laminator in there. I have my US cutter, 36-inch cutter, I think is what it is. So I would prefer for this beast to be over there, but it doesn't have a stand. So I may have to have like the same, like, so this stand right here, my husband made for me. I may have to have him make a stand for Romeo 365. Because yeah, I don't know where he gonna go at. He's a big one, so all of our big equipment is in a separate room. Like, I have my machine wall here, but those are craft cutters. Don't get me wrong. Y'all know I love me a good Cameo 1, my Cameo 2, even my Cameo 4. I probably would push my Cameo 3 to the side if he could fit there, but my Solo is up there, so he can't go, and he's heavy. I don't think this would fit on my shelf. So I'm telling you guys that now. If you are considering getting this, consider getting some type of shelf. I know there's one that some people had for the Cameo 24-inch one that came from Amazon, and it like folds down. I might, so my husband doesn't have to build it, I might order that one tonight. And that will give you guys an idea of something that you can easily buy to put yours on. But I know there was someone on, and I find her video, I'll link it. But she had hers, and it was kind of cool because it was tucked away. Her Cameo 4 Pro was tucked away in a corner, so it's like this little thing, like it can fold down to tuck away in the corner, or you can, when you open it up, like pull it out, you can open it up, and like it'll support your mat and stuff like that. So I may end up doing, I think I'm probably going to go on Amazon and purchase that one tonight. And it's white, so it'll match it. But that's the reason why you're not getting like a full unboxing of it, is because I don't know where it's going to go. But yeah, so I'll tell you a little bit about it. And I saw someone ask, what is the DTV? So I'll walk you through that. I'll talk about what the Romeo, what's the benefit of, like, what's different with it as far as like the Cameo. Why is this like such a big deal for me, and how I plan to incorporate that in what I do, what I teach, what I make. Because if you guys don't know, we have been working, and there's like a lot of plans been in place for HSINK 365 prints, which would be our print shop, and more so not like so much me designing, but for people who have their artwork ready to go, but don't have a large cutter, don't have a large printer. We're starting small with our Roro 365 and our Romeo 365, but we'll get there. Like, I was considering getting the actual Roland 24-inch printer, 24-inch cutter, because it would pair with the Roland BN20, because y'all know, well, some of you guys may or may not know, when it comes to the BN20, it does cut pretty slow. The print part, I'm okay with how it prints, although it can't, it's kind of slower, but I'm okay with that. But how it cuts drives me absolutely bonkers. So we were going to get a Roland one, because it would have been an easier transition to just print from VersaWorks, and the Roland cam would read those registration marks easier and then just be able to cut it. I might still try and, finesse that one. But yeah, so with this, my hope is because of how their print and cut works, I will be able to still print certain things to my rolling, but then use this as the cutter because it cuts way faster, way more precision than the rolling. So that is my initial thought process. Y'all know when I get new equipment, I get it for a specific purpose. So I am hoping that this works out for that, as well as being, having a wider cutter. And it's like its own ecosystem where I don't have to like take it completely out of the like design it somewhere else and do all these different things. So I'm hoping that as Leonardo grows, it'll make it to where it's like it's a whole ecosystem that I can use. But initially, it is the fact that it's quiet. So I saw this bad boy, which when I do the unboxing, I'm going to show you guys the video that I recorded. Granted, there is a lot of noise at that was at impressions and stuff, but I walked past it. It was the Juliet, and I was like, OMG, this thing really is quiet. Like, I don't have an issue with my 1 and my 2 and the sound of that, but the 3 and the 4 of the silhouettes, they sound crazy. They sound absolutely crazy. They are loud as can be. My 1 and my 2 aren't like that. So when I walked past past the Juliet, and I was like, hold up. Wait a minute. I pulled out my phone. And so, because I couldn't go live because the signal was messed up, you guys wouldn't have seen it. So I just recorded it. And I was like, y'all, this ish really is quiet. Like, oh, hot damn. So I was intrigued by that. I'm sorry. Like, I was just intrigued by this because it is just like my US cutter, where it's not. So there's sound to it, but it's not like a grinding sound. It's a smooth. It's like I don't drink, but I assume it's like when people say like good liquor, like it goes down smooth. That's kind of how it sounded to me. Like it wasn't like it was like no sound whatsoever. You can't have no sound because it's cutting. The blade is moving. But it reminded me more of like when Roro 365 is cutting, well, my Roland BN20, or when my US cutter, like it's not this scratchy sound, if that makes sense. So I was intrigued by that. I will say the shape of it threw me off. I'm not a big fan of the shape. I don't get it. So I'm gonna look past it. I'm gonna look past the way that it's shaped. But I'm excited about it because it is a craft cutter that has a commercial. It's a craft size cutter, but with a commercial blade, right? So that's like this part. And the fact that, how some of you guys use like the CB09 blade, you won't have to do that with this. And you can just order the blades. So the same exact blades that I use for my Roland, I will be able to use for this. So being able to switch out to a 60-degree blade, a 45-degree blade, depending on what it is that you're cutting. If you're cutting intricate cuts, if you're cutting paper, if you're cutting vinyl, the blade depth that you use is actually very, very important. So the fact that this has just a carriage on it where you can change the blade, unlike with Silhouette, they're all like the same degree, and it's like you're taking you have to replace the whole thing, where with this one, it's a blade that's like this big, and you just have to replace that. So it has the commercialized blade to it. The other thing that's unique to me about this is the pinch rollers. These aren't like the same, like just little rollers that are on a Cameo or a Cricut. Like these are commercial grade. When I put it over there, I'm going to show you my US cutter. The same exact way my US cutter pinch rollers are opened and released, that is how this is set up. The same way that the rolling, like the actual rolling or even a grab tech would be set up, that's how they're pinch rollers. So the fact that Caesar actually put commercial things with it, and I think the Solo's like that too. Yeah, I think the Solo kind of has the big pinch rollers. So these two definitely set themselves apart from like your Cricut or your silhouettes because they have the commercial grade pinch rollers on them. Being able to have like, because it tucks into the side so that you really can cut the full 24 inches because of how it tucks away inside. So those are features that really intrigue me about this, because I'm like, okay, I don't have a problem with my silhouette, but I can never cut 24 inches with the regular silhouette. And y'all know good and well what she will never do. She not spending her coins on no pro. I don't think Silhouette could ever reach out to me and offer me a pro. It's a no. Oh, that rhymed. Don't offer me a pro. It's a no. It's just the way that it's made. It, to me, free or not, it's not worth the headache for me. I deal with enough trying to work people through their issues with it. So, I mean, I thank you, Silhouette America, because I make good money off of one-on-one sessions when people have issues with their pro, but I just can't. Like, I wouldn't want them to send that to me because I cannot, in good conscience, recommend it until you make like some changes to it. So I needed a wider cutter because my rolling is 20 inches. Technically, the Solo doesn't work for me because it's only a 16 inch. Being able to print from there and then cut it here, which is my desire, I can't do that with any of the other ones. So we got this bad boy. She said, so go ahead and send me that. So if you want it, I'll send it to you. Like for real, for real. I don't plan. I probably should do one cut on it, but I'll definitely send it to you. I really, yeah. Hey, I just realized their blade carriage looks exactly the same. This is just a smooth line, and that has, oh wow. Oh, the blade is the same too. I may have to do a comparison video. Oh, that might have to be another video. I'm looking at a lot of similarities. Yeah. So yeah, the blade, the pinch rollers, like all of that was what intrigued me by it. So somebody asked, what is the DTV? So DTV, all these darn DTV, DTG, DTF, it is nothing like DTF, right? Even though it says direct to vinyl, you still must cut it. It is not a kind of just print and it's ready to go. It is similar to using transfers for darks, printable transfers for darks. So whether you are using Jet Pro 3G, Pen and Gear, Avery brand, Jolie brand, Starcraft brand, or even like, printing to my Roland, the Caesar Color Print PU or Color Print Easy. It's the same type of concept to where you're going to print on it. You're going to be able to cut it out and then mask it. So what's different in the DTV versus doing the printable HTV, which is Color Print Easy or Color Print PU or any of the other ones, is that you can use your DTV with a standard, like your home printer. So if you have an HP, a Canon, a Brother, an Epson, whatever it is, you can actually I don't know if I have it. Normally it's right here, but I don't think it's right here anymore. Y'all see my Hello Kitty shirt? So it's like creating a design that I always show on that Hello Kitty shirt, but it's Caesar's version of that type of material. So with it, you can decorate shirts that are cotton, shirts that are blended, shirts that are colored when you're using DTV. Hold on. Yeah, I don't see it. But you guys have seen that shirt a million times. Yeah, you guys have seen that shirt a million and one times. If you've been following me any amount of time, it's my niece's Hello Kitty shirt. And I use Jet Pro 3G for that one. But that's just basically what it allows you to do. With your home printer, you can put a design to colored shirts, blended shirts, cotton shirts, unlike like with this one where it's sublimation and has to have a certain level of polyester to be bright and vibrant. So you can decorate any color garment. You can put it on any type of garment. So whether it's a shirt, if it's a denim jacket, if it's a sweatshirt, if it's a hoodie, if it's pants, if it's a garden flag, technically, like right now, we're in the midst of grad season, right? You can print onto your DTV. If you don't have a sub printer, and let's say you want to put someone's picture on their grad stole, you could use your DTV to press the picture to the grad stole. So you'll just go and cut it out and then press that to it. So that's what DTV is. So yeah, for that person that asked, what is that? That's what is DTV. Yay, you got Romeo or Juliet. Yep. So let's see, where am I? Thank you guys. So it is kind of a cutter like a cameo. All of the cutters are, so you don't think I'm a hypocrite, right? So I've said that, right? That most of these cutters are basically the same. They at the end of the day, they all do the same thing. You're going to create a design, you're going to send it to it, you're going to hit a button, and it's going to cut. Now, depending on what your needs are, it may warrant you to get a new cutter. If what you're doing, if your Cameo, your Cricut works, you can continue to use that. Now, if you really needed something larger, if you just wanted a second machine, there's no rule that says you have to have all your machines be the same. You can get a second one, but at the end of the day, it technically does do the same thing. What I am intrigued about and interesting to learn about, the accuracy of the print and cut. That is really a big factor, because just cutting regular HTV, just cutting regular adhesive vinyl, you can do that with literally any cutter. I know some people say, oh, the Cricut cuts better. I've cut intricate things with my Cameo with ease and never have had an issue. So they all do the same thing. But like I said, that motor that's on here and the pinch wheels, that can help with tracking, and it's really gripping it and making sure that it stays in line and it's not moving. And as it's going through, it's not going to shift and make it to where I have white lines or things are off. That is what's intriguing to me. And if you want something that's going to cut faster than your traditional craft ones, that's also a reason to get this. Not just because it's new. Think about the features of it. And is it a feature that you need right now to where you're willing to invest $600 into it? So it prints a full 24 inches. So you can, well, not prints, cuts. You can load 24-inch media in this cutter. Romeo, all yours to play with and ours to watch and dream of. Thank you. Yes, we are going to learn something new. The gentleman Chad at Impressions, I felt like I was hogging his time, but he showed me some things that I have never seen. Anyone who has this cutter, I've never seen them demonstrated. And I told him that. I was like, oh wow, had I maybe seen that, I told myself, my audience asks me all the time, are you going to get this? Are you going to get this? And I'm like, it's just a cutter. Like, there's nothing that impresses me about this cutter. Like, that's different from any of the others other than the size. So when you say like the Juliet's a 12-inch cutter like everything else. Like, what is so special about it? And the fact that like with Leonardo, it controls both of them. And he showed me some things and it was almost like a panty dropper. I was like, oh, well, hello there, Mr. Romeo. How you doing? I was almost like, how you doing for Juliet, baby? I was like, look, you got a girlfriend. You like girls. Because, baby, we can have a love affair. I don't have to bring you in the room with my cameos. They don't have to understand. They don't have to know that you're my little side piece. Juliet and Leonardo had your girl like, oh my gosh, what have y'all been on my life? But I think Chad at the Impressions Expo and for how he explained it all, and when he showed that demo, and I'm like, y'all need to train y'all folks to show this, because baby, had I seen this, I would have dropped, I would have shook a little something for some beads or shake a little something to get the money to buy it, because that was nice. So I can't wait to show you what he showed me, because baby, that sold it for me. I was like, oh, I know you lying. And that's literally what I said to him. I was like, oh, I know you lying. So I'm excited. Like, I am super, super excited. Like, oh my gosh. Is it Romeo 365 is cute, right? My bad, y'all. Don't be over there jealous. I'm still going, but that's why he's going to go to the big room and he's not going to be in here. See, y'all don't get jealous of Roro and the US cutter. Don't get jealous of him. He going to be over there. Y'all still have a place in my life, okay? I gotta talk to them. They saw me. They was a little jealous. The Remy go down smooth? Yes. Yes, he's a good Remy. Yeah. That's a good name. Romeo 365. Oh, Romy. I like that one, Princess. Romy 365. Ooh, I like that one too. You need to sell your graph tech. Sell your graph tech. I can't wait to see you do videos with Romeo. When are you going? The StarCraft one, it might just be I can't get down with their I don't know. I was never motivated. Like, I was never motivated for the solo one. I tried to get into it, y'all. I really did. But when I think the issues with getting into the software, and then once I got in there, I was like, oh, this it? I'm like, man, I can do so much with Silhouette. I ain't got time for this. So, yeah. The graph tech is quiet. Also, yes, it is. My pro sounds like it's dying. Yes, they are. I have music on when I'm cutting with the 4. Let's see. My pro sons. You should have. Look, from day one, I said, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, don't get it. I outlined every issue there was or there could be with that. And now everyone always says, yep, that's it. Yep, that's it. Yep. I'm like, I tried to tell y'all. Yes, I have a graph tech and I wonder why I use different cutters. I use Cameo for everything except rhinestones. Well, if this is Caesar Easy Color and they haven't made it better, so it weeds better and the transfer paper actually sticks. I don't know. So I look forward to seeing your videos on using it. And so I'm kind of glad that, so I thank you, Miss Cheryl. And don't think I didn't appreciate it because it's here. And I've literally never had an opportunity to actually use it. And there was a reason why. And I will explain the reason why. Like, I think, God does some things sometimes. So where this will be my first time kind of using the DTV. I'm actually going to use yours though, because I'm going to do the whole test thing. And what I like about it is y'all know how I am when it comes to research, right? So now they have the 11 by 17. What I am grateful for in that Miss Cheryl sent me that DTV before, like when the Easy Subly came out, the sample pack that I got was way different than what was actually put on the market. So I did a video with the Easy Subly and I had gave it all these raving reviews. Oh my God, this is amazing. It does this, it picks up, blah, 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 blah. And that, I'm like, but I was like, it does feel kind of heavy. It's not really much different. So then they tried to change it and they made it softer hand feel. But when they did that, it did not pick up on the carrier sheet. So because of who I am and how I like to research, I'm very grateful that I have their original type like DTV, where it's the 8.5 by, I think it's like 8.5 by 10 or something like that, to see if there was any change, if there was any looking so crazy. So if there's a difference when it first came out and then now that they have the 11 by 17, I want to see that, because y'all know that's the level of research I like to kind of analyze. So I am very grateful to have those sheets and then now have the 11 by 17 sheets so that I can compare if there was improvement, if there was a quality change, if there was any difference in the two. That's my kind of research. Look forward to seeing what it does. Cool. I really want to see how it is now. Yeah. So, let me see. I think it was another question. Let's see. Did I miss one? Oh no, I think I got all of them. So yeah, that was what was in the box. I'm super excited. Y'all know I'm going to give it the Professor one over. It's not going to be your typical type of like review or setup of it. I'm going to deep dive into it. I will say that they have acknowledged to me that they understand that the program, Leonardo, is it's in its infancy. It is something that is going to continue to grow and grow and grow, and they're going to build on it. It's named Leonardo after Leonardo da Vinci for a reason, in the fact that he never finished a painting. The Mona Lisa is an unfinished painting. It took him 20 years to finish a painting. Now, they have said it's not going to take them 20 years to finish the software. But I showed them, actually, speaking of grad season, I showed them a grad stole that I designed in Silhouette Studio. And I told them, I said, one of the things that was difficult for me to even think about that transition was Silhouette Studio's design software. I've built a business on teaching design through that software because it has so many features. I felt like when it came to the solo, even when it comes to like my shortcuts, not shortcuts a lot. I think I have shortcuts a lot, or even make the cut, even vinyl masters. They're not meant to really create full-on designs. Now, if you want to go in there, type out some text, resize it to cut vinyl, maybe cut like some like rhinestone templates, like it's great for that. But with Silhouette, like I literally can create full-on graphics. Their software wasn't limiting you to just what you can do with the Cameo. So that's one of the reasons why I've never cheated on my Cameos or my Silhouette system, because it does so much. And for someone who is a beginner and you may not have the resources to invest in paying every single month for Photoshop, you can literally get that software for free and be able to utilize it and then just pay for the upgrade. When it comes to the machine, being the fact that there was no limitations for the print and cut, it was to me, it is the best starter one because you're working without limitations. So the Silhouette system just was great. Like, it did wonders for my business. I cut everything by hand for years. So because it was good to me, I've never strayed away from it, really. And then when I looked at some of the other softwares, it was a little underwhelming for me. They are softwares where, like, I find that, like, the Solo Create, I think is what it's called. And even when I first saw Leonardo, the machine itself is great, but for the program, I couldn't see myself really designing and creating to the level that I like to design to. So it still would have been a situation where you design in Silhouette Studio or design in Illustrator, design in Affinity Designer, save it as an SVG, open it up over here, and then be able to cut it. Or even to create a print and cut, I would probably design it in Silhouette Studio, bring it over into their software. The fact that it uses a camera and not just an optical lens for the print and cut is also, one of the, intriguing features of it. So I can easily, do it over there. I don't have to worry about maybe the registration marks being in an exact area because it has a camera that's reading it. That intrigued me because I was just like, I have been in research. I may not be at that point to where we're going to be able to buy these big machinery. We don't have the space for it, but I'm always researching. I'm looking at stuff like when people are making uniforms, for cut and sew. Yeah, I see those who are on a smaller scale. They'll have the big printer. They'll have a bigger heat press, and they'll press their things, and they're using scissors, whether it's electric or not, to cut out, their design. But the big boys, when it comes to making these and it comes to the big manufacturers, they have basically a laser cutter. There's no registration marks on it. It has a camera that's scanning it and knowing exactly where it's at, and it's going to cut it. So if that technology is in there for the big dogs and these big, like these big equipment and really commercialized equipment, if they have a startup of that was intriguing for me, that there is a camera there instead of just an optical eye that's just looking for the registration mark. So just in what they put into this for a beginner level, and like knowing that I'm looking into bigger machines, like I'm looking at these commercial machines, and this still made me hot, was intriguing for me. So I cannot wait to share with you guys like everything that I learned about this machine, the benefits of it, how it's going to benefit you, and it can be a complement. I am not saying that you have to abandon any of your other machines, because it's always great to have more than one machine to do certain things. But I can really see this being a great complement and to my systems. And because of how it is, and it's a craft cutter, like without having to do, although again, the Roland one would be better because it's going to connect with the Roland BN20. But with having this and being able to do the bigger print cuts, I'm intrigued by it. So can't wait to share everything with you guys, break it all down. He did say that when I was there, that once you order and get this, that Leonardo is actually free, and I don't think you have to put a serial number in it. I don't know, but you can download Leonardo and play around with it before you get the machine. I know with the StarCraft, I'm not sure if it's to unlock everything, but I had to put in the serial number, which is the issue that I was having with getting it all set up. I had to put in the serial number in order to like get the full of that. I don't think this is like that. So I'm going to take my laptop home today. I am going to put it I'm going to put it over here as well, but I want to just kind of see it on this one. So I said, I'm going to take my laptop home today, and I'm going to try and find, I don't even know where it's at. I'm going to try and find Leonardo, see if I can get it on here, and then kind of play around with it. Or like if what he said was true, hopefully he ain't lied to me, got me getting stuff and told me a fib. But I want to see if you can actually try it out, because if that's the case, the machine is great. But knowing how and being familiar with the program even before you invest $600 to me is very important. So if they made it to where you can try out that software and get familiar with it before you commit to paying 600, I love it. So I'm going to take my laptop home. I'm going to find Leonardo. I don't know. Like, I don't know if I should open it to see if there is. People don't do CDs anymore, though. So I'm almost certain it's going to be a download because people don't do CDs anymore. So yeah, I think I'm almost certain of that. So I'm going to go and try and download it on my laptop, play around with it tonight, and then eventually, well, tomorrow I'll probably come and put the same, put it on here again and order my stand. So once we get a stand for it is when so I don't mean to tease y'all, but I do have to get a stand for it because I can't operate it on my Hottronics. So I got to get a stand for it. And once we do that, then we're going to be rocking and rolling with testing out and getting used to Dear Romeo here. All right. Any other questions for moi? Any other questions for me? Nope. All right. Well, with that being said, no questions. Even though I have this, the fact that they have said to me, they know that Leonardo is not on the level of Silhouette Studio. I'm still teaching Silhouette Studio. Even if I fall in love with this thing, the design part of Silhouette Studio is still the design part of Silhouette Studio, and you can do a lot in it. So if you want to unlock your creativity, if you want to be able to create designs, if you go to my page, you're going to see toppers I've done. I'm actually going to drop a lot of stuff. My mother gets on me all the time about not really posting the finished products of things that I do. So y'all probably think I don't make anything. But I'm going and we're working on going through my phone and my SD cards and pulling the pictures of all the things I've created and being able to upload them to social media. I was just in my creative business program and I was talking about how to utilize social media and albums of different things. So I'm going to, of course, take my own teaching advice and we're going to do the same thing with the different things I've created and creating those albums so that you guys as students can see what you have the potential to make, and then also transferring it to our 365 HSINK 365 prints and HSINK 365 designs pages and websites so people can see as a print company and a customs company what it is that we can do, because I got so much stuff in my phone that has never seen the light of day outside of my phone. So we're working on that. But Silhouette Studio just I can never term it's helped my business a lot, man. From vinyl cutting designs to vinyl stuff, from vinyl stuff to creating like designs that I can print. Silhouette Studio, it's amazing. So if you are interested, even if you think that there might be something that you don't know about Silhouette Studio, definitely go over and to the website. It is still at a discounted rate. You'll see the discount at checkout. So it's not on sale. It's on a discount. You see the discount at checkout for Essentials to Silhouette Studio, the 30-day training. It is now $53.65 with the discount that's applied at checkout. And it is well over 40 hours. 40 hours of learning content to where you are going to master Silhouette Studio. Okay. So if you can send Silhouette Studio, so you will never. So here's the thing, right? We can't think of it saying like that's just not going to happen, where you'll be able to design in Silhouette Studio and then just straight send it to the machine. But you will be able to design in Silhouette Studio. You have to separate the fact that it is used to control the Cameo. My whole mission is for you guys to think of Silhouette Studio as a design software like Illustrator. When we think of, you know how many people create designs with all these SVGs that you guys are purchasing? There's no special SVG program. They're creating it in Illustrator. They're creating it in Affinity Designer. Some people are creating it in Silhouette Studio and having the ability to save it as an SVG. So my goal has always been to help people see Silhouette Studio as just a design software and not a, just a craft one, because you can do so much with it. It's a software that combines a little bit of Illustrator and a little bit of things that you can do in Photoshop. Like with changing the hue and the saturation, the gamma, like you can do those types of changes in Silhouette Studio. You can't do those types of changes from Cricut Design Space or from the Solo Craft like software. And I don't think you can do it from Leonardo as well. So you can create designs in Silhouette Studio. And as long as you have Business Edition, I do have a link for that. I do get a small commission. Just go ahead and click on my link to get Business Edition. You'll be able to save it as many as you want as SVGs, which you would have to do from any software. My Roland, they don't have a program to just design and it integrates with the Roland. They have VersaWorks, which is just a RIP software. So you still have to create and set your cut lines and all these other programs to then change it over. So to me, it's a good training to utilize, like that, learn that now, because if you're looking for everything to be one ecosystem, as you grow in your machines, you're going to be highly disappointed that you have to design somewhere else and then be able to send it to those printers or send it to those cutters, because Silhouette Studio really is one of the only ones like that has this full on ecosystem. For designing and then going straight to their machines. All right. Where can you order the large DTV from? I will drop it, but I believe Swing Design has it as well. I have local distributors here in Florida, like in Miami, that I get all of my stuff from. It's very rare that I order online. I get everything from local distributors. So yeah, theirs was 8. That was just the 8.4. Yeah, they don't have it yet here. I'll have to get back to you on where you can order it from online. I'll get back with you on where you can order it from online. All right, so visit the website, shop.hsink365.com. The links are in the description of this video. I believe I left the link to sign up for the grad season camp. I'm going to do that next week. Y'all ask. We're going to go through designing. We're going to go through pricing. We're going to go through the professor's way of assembling it with a grown person heat gun, glue gun. So I'm going to look out for that. All right. Until next time, let's see. I'm late. We'll have to watch the replay. Yeah, but you're late. But I'll tell you, Miss Vanessa, you can't even see it. It's the Romeo. So that was what's in the box. The Caesar Romeo 24-inch cutter. All right, y'all. Until next time, have a great one. Continue to unlock your creativity and be incredible. Peace.